Hey there guys, it's your good pal Wiggly, and welcome back to more Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. In the last episode, we got through the very, very long-winded and labyrinthian cross-examination of Miss Angel Starr. I won't even try to summarize everything that was said in that. What's important is that we got the trial slightly suspended because we discovered that there was something in the muffler of the car, and we can't get all of the details and clues out of the way without knowing what that was. So we are going to hopefully see what that is about in Day 2 Trial Ladder. I cannot believe how long this trial is going on. But I like it. I like the amount of detail in this case. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Somewhat. This one's longer, though. Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface? Okay, yes. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Oof. So what happened to your sister, anyhow? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Not usually. We usually have at least 2 more days on top of this, but we can make some progress toward it today. Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. I like how he switches between, like, Italian and Spanish and just... What are you doing here? They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there, anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat it all? Huh? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. What? I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. Oh, so she was. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. Okay, then why wasn't it in the photo? Hold on. Yeah, she's certainly not wearing it now. And it wasn't found in the trunk of the car. Weird. I don't not believe you. You seem to be pretty honest. So, I don't know. I don't know why, but I get a good vibe from this guy. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Ms. Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. Me too, Phoenix. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Concrete, I think? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hoo-wee! That sounds delicious right now. Some A1. Ooh. I need a barbecue soon. Alright, here we go. It feels weird going from trial to trial again. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. God, Judge. It
can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, he's acting really weird.
Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable.
What?
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me, knock knock.
Who's there?
Hello? Who are you? What is this song? Okay. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Okay. I don't know what vibe I'm supposed to get right now, but who on earth is he?
Oh, it's you.
Okay, who is he? Why is he just looking at the camera, smiling?
Oh, sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days?
I don't know if I could do a gravel like that. I don't know. This guy seems jolly.
Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
That seems like the voice I should do for him, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? Who is this guy? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
Oh, so you're Wrighto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh?
Our little worthy?
You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly!
Little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of
Police. Okay. This guy's big deal. Got it. I mean, he looks like a big deal. I like his design. Quite a bit, though. Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
He's got cool eyes, too.
Name's Gant. Damon Gant.
If there's a pun there, I don't get it.
Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So,
to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out
by bringing this. Oh, fuck. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. Okay, but then why wasn't it in the... When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Okay. Look at his puppy dog face. Oh, he's looking at his... I don't know if it's appropriate to call that an ahoge, but I don't know what to call that.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less.
Why is there so much waiting?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
Wait, what is that? It has SL9 on it? So I was right. This is 2/21, the day of the murder. SL9, probably a case. Okay. What's going on? Why is it 2 on it? What's this? Oh, isn't it? Oh, is it a piece of evidence submitted in this case?
What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Where the hell did all this come from?
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me?
Oh, okay. Now the boss is coming out.
Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... Your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
Forceful. I see how he made it to the top.
What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Wow. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Not the first time I have.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wow. I can't believe this. So he was getting the award that day, and then the investigation happened while he was on his way or something. Actually, I don't know what's going on. Actually, now that I think about it, because the murder happened after he got the award, right?
The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
My God. Judge is so incompetent. I really like him, though. He's funny. He has a lot of comedic relief, and he's a lot of the reason that the trials go on as long as they do. He's a really key integral piece to the whole formula, but sometimes he is just really really incompetent. It's funny. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. True. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Okay. Oh, it's automatically doing it. No wonder it's going so slow. Okay. Alright. First I want to see... There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. I figured that out the second I saw that paper. I feel good. But it's strange. Huh? What's this? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Okay. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. Yeah, it's a case file, Phoenix. Okay. Anything else to examine other than the... No? Okay. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. It's broken. Okay. Wow, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Okay. Got it. Found at this crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. Okay. Okay. So her muffler was in the muffler. And that's where the knife that she supposedly used was hidden. But then why is there blood on the other knife?
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
Okay. Oh, boy. This guy has a lot of... He's very intimidating. He has a lot of, powerful energy. A big aura coming off of him.
This knife is special, but I can't say how or where. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
There is. I have a good idea.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
What? What do you mean?
There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
What? I just... What? Wait, hold on. What? Oh, God. Oh, no. This just got much more complicated. I actually, when he said murder at the police department, I was thinking like, oh yeah, the underground parking garage, but that's not where the police department is. That's a completely different thing. Another person got murdered, so we're gonna have to investigate 2 deaths coming up. Okay, all right.
That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Well, wait a second. You said 5:15.
Yeah, the murder happened around the same time.
That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
My God.
Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume.
Actually, now that I think about it, in that like opening cinematic, there were like 2 murders going on in different buildings, so that adds up. But did Lana actually kill this dude?
We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright.
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Ugh, okay. Okay. Department in disorder.
This knife is special, but I can't say how here.
Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else.
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife.
Okay, so that knife was used to kill somebody else, but it was wrapped in Lana's muffler and put in Edgeworth's muffler. And, oh god. So now we have, like, I don't know what to call it. Probable cause, maybe? Or just like a pattern that, I forget what the term for it is, but it's a pattern that she may have killed somebody before as well, and she's linked to that too. So the court could be like, oh yeah, if she killed somebody else too, it's looking mighty suspicious. You know, we can rule guilty on that. Yikes.
Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
Okay, I want to press on everything just to see what I can get out of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to present this, because SL9 fell out of Goodman's pocket. You can see his name on the tag there. So that instantly proves a connection. And if they penalize me for that, I'm going to be pissed. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Please don't call me that. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped all this time.
So, how were things down at the department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation.
You know what? I feel pretty confident in that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and present. I don't want to. This is also probably going to be pretty long, so I don't want to elongate it any further. If I feel this confident, yeah, then we don't really need to press on absolutely everything, I guess. Wait a second. And to be fair, he probably wouldn't even like elaborate on anything else anyway. He would just keep dodging it and be like, "That's not important to the case. We haven't released that information."
Oh, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection.
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? Aha! And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great!
Oh my god. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Okay.
What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12, 2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? The day of the murder plus the case file. So what is this case? It's got to be the case that Goodman and Lana worked on together, right?
Aha!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief?
You have to call your court to order so many times, dude.
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto.
Okay, well, honest dude. I win? What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
Oh, are we just right into another cross-examination? Okay. It was evidence in a case. Okay, we need to find out more info. So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, but was the case actually solved? And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to...
Oh, what? It was stolen from the department's evidence room. What? Okay. So we just got a different thing here that we have to present something. Okay, I think I will press the rest of this after all. Something happened at the police department too, huh? Maybe he will elaborate now.
You got a good look in your eyes there, righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask?
Oh my god, come on, dude.
No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with that Lana case and all?
Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day?
A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess.
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick. Okay. So the suspect is not... Wait, is it Lana? Because Lana was called to the judge's office and she doesn't seem to be here.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto?
I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Fuck. I think where the victim... So, like, I feel like I already know the information to all three of these. I mean, when the victim died, if it is later, that's not really important, though, to this. We know that he was killed at 5:15. Where the victim was found in the police department, I mean, how the victim was killed. Was it a knife stab? Is it this knife? Is this not the same blood from the case? I don't know how... I actually don't know how long blood lasts on, like, knives and stuff. And I don't know how old this case is either. It's got to be... I guess it doesn't have to be 10 years. They solved it, so... No statute of limitations, whatever. Okay, I guess we'll... I'm teetering between the top two. Let's go with how the victim was killed. Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? No, that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing.
With a knife, of course. Okay, well, I could have figured that out. Knife?
That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
I think we could infer that, but I mean, I guess it's good to put it on the record.
That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
Was he also in the trunk of a car? What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Okay. Will he let us... Okay. Then why couldn't you just tell me all of it if I just have to go through all this dialogue again? Okay. Where was the victim found? Was he in the trunk of a car? Or she, maybe? So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
Okay. The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link established, the two cases... With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. False. Okay, well, I didn't want to press, but... Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Okay, maybe we can present it here, actually.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Wrighto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department, sorry, I'm stammering a lot today, was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
Why are you trying to keep this all under wraps, my guy?
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Did it? That's... Really?
Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
Really? Okay. Well... I like this guy. I'm suspicious of him, especially with the whole air of conspiracy going on. The chief of police would probably be behind the whole thing. But, like... I like him. He's fun. I enjoy him a lot more than Angel, that's for sure. What? Really? Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Okay. That's fine. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay. Gender? Okay, how about the gender of the victim?
You want to know that? Okay, a hint. Let's see. First hint, the gender that's not female.
Okay. Aha, he was a guy.
What did I tell you? The boy's sharp. Stop goofing around, Mr. Wright. This is serious business.
Sorry, Your Honor. Hey, tell it to the chief of police. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? Okay, this is the looping. Okay. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Okay, what other information can we get here? The victim's division. Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in?
Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Aha. Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases.
Okay. Do we know the division of Bruce Goodman? He's an investigator. Homicide. That would be the same division as Detective Gumshoe, it would be. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was Homicide 2. Okay. Got it. But why? It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except this serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. Yeah, I hope so too. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. Oh, right, god damn it. It's the loop. I never realized that it's looping again until like partway through it. Okay. Can we get the ID number? I mean, I guess we could look up who it is after that. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is
584-2189. What? Huh? What do you mean? Okay. So was he... What? Was he killed in... Yeah, everything else lines up. Was he killed in the evidence room and then transported to the... What? I'm so confused. Okay, that's gotta be what happened, right? What?
Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
8-2. Can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? It sure does.
The ID number of the victim at the police department. 584-2189. This does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Yeah, I'm mad confused. Did Lana stab a dead body? No. That'd be... What? Okay. It got even more complicated now. Funnily enough, a lot of what we talked about in the Angel Star testimony doesn't really seem to matter that much anymore.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
It tells me that it's Bruce Goodman. Witness.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
It's better than being sadder than an anime fan on prom night. If you get that reference, I'm so sorry. No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Not 2 detectives. But wait a minute, how would he have been transported if Edgeworth walked in there at 5:12? What? What's happening? I'm so confused. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret.
Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189.
And this means what exactly,
Your Honor, please. Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82... I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief police gave us was 584-2189.
Whoa, wait a second, Wright. What does this
mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical, in other words. So how the fuck is this guy gonna come in here and be like, oh, I know it's Bruce Goodman's ID number, but it's unrelated to the case where Bruce Goodman was killed. What the fuck, dude? Come on, dude. The detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. What is going on?
That's impossible. So what we're saying is... the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location.
I can't even begin to piece this one together.
Order, Chief, what does this mean? No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
I don't trust him anymore. This dude's sus as hell.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait! Or didn't you hear me?
This guy.
The oversight to the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What are you fucking talking about?
Well, what? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Oh, was it? Oh my god. This dude's the big bad. I feel it in my gut, dude.
Officer Meekins.
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. And his hand is wrapped up. Wait a minute, what? Did he kill the other person? Is he arrested? Oh god. Is he the... oh no.
You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that a report had nothing to do with the Lotta Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Gah. Oh my god. So I guess it is slightly Edgeworth's fault, a little bit, but come on.
Well, why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
No.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
This dude's like glare.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? No, what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proved in court.
Ugh. This dude is playing the system hard.
The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
This fucking guy. I get the skeeviest vibes right now. It's so interesting how the second he was introduced, I was like, this guy's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like him. And it's just been slowly declining over the course of this. This guy is... oof.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It was the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested.
No way, it's just going to be one.
Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned.
Okay. Well, that was... oh, and to be continued right there. Okay. No post-discussion, anything? All right. That was significantly shorter than I was expecting it to be, but no less impactful. That was a big revelation. Kind of flipped everything on its head. Okay. Well, I suppose with that, thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. I've been Guildmaster Wiggly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you are new, consider subscribing. If you want to follow my Twitch, Twitter, or join my Discord, they're in the description. And I hope to see you guys next time when we figure out what the fuck is happening.